All right, so in today's video, I wanted to talk about and discuss who is the cause of divorce, right? Is it men or is it women? We hear it over and over again, and I've quoted this statistic myself, that 75% of divorces in America are filed by women. But here's the thing, just because they file divorces doesn't mean that they are the cause of divorces. So let's kind of step it back, right? Take a step back and see who is actually responsible for divorces, okay? So when you think about cheating, for example, that could be a cause of divorce. It's a female problem and a male problem. In our community, just as many females that are cheating, there's just as many males, and just as many males, there's just as many females. So this is a problem that applies to both. When you're talking about irreconcilable differences, this is both, right? It could be the guy causing the problem, it could be the girl causing the problem, and they both decide that, okay, this relationship is not working. You have issues of, for example, let's say money, right? I guess in this certain scenario, you can blame the guy, right? Especially in an Islamic or a traditional perspective, to say that, okay, he's not bringing enough food to the table, that he's not growing, that he isn't taking the steps necessary to provide for the family, right? So, okay, that should be probably on the male side. The other thing that you start seeing is when it comes to physical abuse, most likely it's going to be the male, okay? When you see it from the perspective of alcoholism, most likely that's going to be the male, right? And the thing is that you're going to see arguments from both sides, right? You can say that the alcohol problem, the motivation problem, this is actually caused by women, and it's women's fault that men are in this predicament and they have no purpose. They've, feminism, XYZ. Here's the thing, right? The point is that at the end of the day, we need to stop blaming the other sex for divorce. It's a male problem, it's a female problem, it's a societal problem, and the more that we go after each other, more men go after women and women go after men, that's going to destroy marriage in and of itself, right? We have to look at each other as complementary. We have to look at each other as we cannot survive without the other. We are dependent on each other. The real problem, the real source of divorce is purpose. What do I mean? What is the definition of marriage? What is the purpose of marriage? If you don't have a purpose in your life, right? You don't know why you're created. You don't know why you're here. You're going to have a very horrible life. In that same way, if you do not have a purpose to your marriage, marriage is going to end up being the same way. So this is not women's fault. This is not men's fault. This is my fault and your fault that we haven't had these discussions as to what does marriage really mean, right? And once we start stepping out of this rhetoric, stepping out of the way that society is telling us that we are, antagonistic to each other, then and only then can we really sit down and figure out what is marriage all about. What do I need in this marriage? What do you need in this marriage? And use that as the starting point and use that as the identification of what the underlying problem is. We don't have the same values. We don't have the same definitions. We don't even know what a male is anymore or a female is anymore. We don't know what the male's supposed to do. We don't know what a female's supposed to do. And again, I'm not trying to dictate that upon anybody, but that is what has to be decided at the very outset. So stop blaming men, stop blaming females, and take responsibility. We as a community, we as individuals have to take responsibility of the divorces or the crumbling of our our familial institutions, and take the blame on ourselves and stop scapegoating the other side. So this was just on my mind because I'm hearing so many conversations about, oh, it's women starting this or it's men's problem or what. No, it's not. So I hope that inshallah we can work together as complementary individuals, men and women, Muslims, non-Muslims, whatever the case. We get together and we solve this problem and look at it from what can I do. So inshallah, I know it's random. Hit the like button. I got my truck in the background, right? So hit the like, subscribe for future videos like this. Until next time, I'll rant at you later. All right? Assalamu alaikum.